It's 7 a.m. and the coffee's hot, the mic is open. It's time for the Morning Brew number 1199 here on the East Coast Reflector. This is Scott N7FGB in Jamestown, New York, where it is currently, a whopping 26 degrees. And the question of the day is, do you keep your old devices after upgrading? So if you want to avoid check-ins or pile-ups, you can text your call sign and nothing but your call sign to 716-317-9050. Or you can even email your call sign to text@ecr.radio. All right, so let's get off. Let's start off. Let's see. We have some text check-ins. Let me go through those real quick. First of all, we have Roy in Blaisdell, New York, Zach in St. Cloud, Florida, Keith in Gleason, Wisconsin, Randall in Brownstown, Gary in Florida, Jay in Orlando, in Lake Worth, Mark, who's new to the system, in Port Lucie, Florida. We have Ed in Loxahatchee, Florida, Paul in Lake Worth, Carrie in Motherwell, Scotland, Joe in Deerfield Beach, Bob in Jupiter, Florida, Charlie in Sun City, Florida, Joe in Claremont, Florida, Wayne in Belmore, New York, Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania, Armand in Miami, Fred in Lake City, Florida, Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, Dave in Ypsilanti, Greg in Quarryville, Pennsylvania, Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota, John in South St. Paul, Minnesota, Jim in Easton, PA. So let's take some mobile check-ins now. Just need your call sign twice and slowly. Mobile check-ins. Call now.
Kilo Zulu 4 Kilo Zulu 4 Juliet November mobile. N3MP
KE2FLO KE2FLO mobile in and out.
N3MPE
November for Delta Echo Sierra N4DES.
November 5 Charlie Juliet in Golf Uniform Yankee Kilo Juliet Uniform Yankee Guy in New Orleans. KJ5 MLZ Kilo Juliet 5 Mike Lima Zulu Delta Mobile.
Alrighty, we had quite the pile up there. Let me run through this list and let's see who we have. We have Guy, KJ5, GUY. We have Chuck in 5, CHB. We have Mark in 4, DES. We have Mike, KE2FLO, who is in and out. Good morning, Mike, and have a great day. We have Samuel in 3MPE. We have Ezra, KJ5MLZ, and we have Anders, KZ4 in. All right, so if you just tried to call in mobile and we didn't read your name back, please try one more time. Mobile stations that just tried to check in, call now. Call sign twice and slowly. Call now.
Kilo Echo 2 Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Kilo mobile.
Alrighty, looks like we just missed one then. Matt, KE2CCK. Well, let's get with these mobile stations while they're still in range. We're going to go to the top of that list, and that's Anders in Achalacha, Florida. I don't know if I said that right. KZ4JN. Good morning, Anders. And the question of the day, do you keep your old devices after you upgrade? Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's Alatra here locally, but
you're doing fine whichever way. I appreciate you running the net this morning. And to answer your question, I do keep my devices after upgrading. I hope everyone has a great day. A little chilly here, but we're doing fine. This is Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet November, sending it back to you.
All right, Anders, we've got you down as a yes. After I type it in there. All right, we're going to move down to Ezra in Bell Chase. KJ5 MLZ. Good morning, Ezra.
KJ5 MLZ. Good morning to the crew. I keep all my devices, keep them all. Not sure what to do with them after that, but I do keep them. This is KJ5 MLZ. Back to you, net control.
All right, Ezra. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? I used to keep mine, but now I don't anymore. All right, let's move on down to Sam in Pflugerville, Texas. N3 MPE. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Mike. Yep. I keep all of my equipment, everything, every connector, everything I've had since 1992, and I'm proud of it. And most of it still works today. This is N3 MPE, Pflugerville, Texas. Good day.
All right, Sam, thanks for checking in this morning. We've got you down as a yes. Mike KE2FLO checked in and out. Have a great day. Mark in Boca Raton in for DES. Do you keep your old devices? Over to you.
Morning Brew crew. Happy Tuesday. And to answer the question is, absolutely I do. XYL says I keep more than I should, but that's okay. Back to net control, N4 DES 73.
My wife made me clean house. All right. Let's move on down to my friend Chuck in Texas in 5 CHB. Good morning, Chuck.
Crew, happy Tuesday from in front of the Kolachi factory. Scott will know and be able to identify with that. Put me down for a get rid of stuff, just not a pack rat. Have a good day, everybody. 73s in 5 CHB.
Chuck, I miss a good kolache, I tell you. All right, you have a great day. Let's try Guy in Louisiana, KJ5GUY. Good morning, Guy.
Good. Hope everybody's having a good morning in the Brew crew. It was a glorious Tuesday morning. Beautiful out here in southeast Louisiana. About 63 degrees, low humidity, not a cloud in the sky. Excuse me, answer to today's question, that would be, yeah. Definitely. Keep mark down for yes. Anyway, let me let you go back to net control. Back to net control. Thanks for taking it as always. And thank everybody for being net control. Just want to get going. Along to all the other amateur radio operators. KJ5, Golf, Uniform Yankee.
All right, Guy, I've got you in that yes column. Thanks for checking in and have a great day. Let's try Matt in Frankfort, New York, KE2CCK. Good morning, Matt.
There, good morning. Good morning to everyone else on the net this morning as well. Usually I don't, but the last two that I've had, I have kept, and that's because I hacked them and I turned them into gaming consoles. It was pretty cool. I could overclock the CPU and stuff like that in there, get into advanced controls, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, made an entire retro gaming system on there, like a simulator. So that was pretty cool for what it's worth. Anyways, everybody have a wonderful day. KE2CCK back to net control.
Matt, that is pretty cool. All right, well, thank you for checking in this morning. Let's see, I want to acknowledge a couple new text check-ins. We have Robert, KJ4 DFM, we have Clark in Phoenix, and John into MLB via the text line. All right, let's start taking some text check-ins here, and we're going to go to the top of that list, and that's with Roy in Blaisdell, New York, KA8BYU. Roy, do you keep your old devices after you upgrade? Over to you.
Oh, good morning, everybody on the brew. KA8. Yeah, I've got a bunch of old phones and tablets and all that around here. I think just about everybody does. Back to you.
All right, Roy, thank you for checking in this morning, and have a great day. Zachary in St. Cloud, Florida, KI6KQO. Good morning, Zachary.
Good morning, Scott, Bill, and the Brew crew. I would say more often than not, I do keep my old devices, so put me down for a yes. 7-3 to the group. Everyone have a great day. KI6KQO. Back to you, Scott.
All right, we've got you in that yes column. And this is Scott in 7FGP in Jamestown, New York. Let's go to Keith in Gleason, Wisconsin, W9QJQ. Good morning, Keith.
Oh, and everybody on the brew crew. I don't know if to say yes or no. I don't save most gadgets, but when it comes to ham radios, when I upgrade to an HT or something like that, I keep it for the one reason that being the president of our club, we'll get new members that don't have radios or they got too small of a radio, and I just give it away. But so you, whatever way, what category you want to put me in. When it comes to cell phones and something like that, I get rid of it. But ham radio stuff, I always keep it.
Right, Keith. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great idea. Well, we'll put you down as a no for the cell phones, and you really don't keep them. So, all right. Thank you for checking in this morning. Have a wonderful day. Let's move on down to Randall in Brownstown, K8UFM. Good morning, Randall.
Good morning, Scott, and good morning to the rest of the brew crew. Yes, I always find different uses for older equipment. It's part of the fun of being a ham radio operator. You like to tinker. So with that said, this is K8UFM, back to net control, and everyone have an outstanding Tuesday.
All right, Randall, we've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in this morning. Gary in Florida, K4HBT. Good morning, Gary. Let's try Gary one more time. K4HBT. Good morning, Gary. You out there? Mark Gary as an in and out, and we're going to move on down to Jay in Orlando, Florida. K1MCO. Good morning, Jay. And do you keep your old devices after you upgrade? Over to you.
Well, good morning, Scott and Bill and everybody on the morning brew. This is K1MCO, live today from the airport. No, I don't. I just either donate them or pass it to other family members that want to get something like that. But no, I don't keep them. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great night. And 73 from Kilo 1, Mike Charlie Oscar, the boys of Orlando.
Mike J, I've got you down as a no. All right, let's check in on the Pirates down there in Florida. And the first is Lou in Lake Worth, Florida, KA4 EPS. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning, Scott, and everyone else on the brew crew this morning. Yeah, KA4 EPS, 70 degrees here in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. So any self-respecting ham is going to keep their old devices. So when it comes, if it has an antenna, transmits or receives, I keep it. I have my original ultra classic cell phone. I have got 17 HDs. I can get rid of them, but if it comes to like a new TV, those kind of devices, they go to Goodwill. So back to you, Scott. Thanks for doing a great job, KA4 EPS. And one more comment. The next station, 3W, is probably oversleeping, so you may not hear him this time, but we'll try to get him up another day. KA4 EPS clear.
All right, we'll give him a try. Mark, who is new to the system in Port St. Lucie, Florida, WC3W. Mark, are you awake out there? Over to you. Let's try one more quick call for Mark. WC3W. Good morning. Right then, we'll mark him as in and out and move on down the list to Ed. K4POI. Good morning, Ed. And do you keep your old devices after upgrading?
Morning, Scott and everybody on the brew crew. Let me put it this way. I still have my old Betamax, so what does that tell you? Yes, I keep them all. Thank you, Scott. K4POY. Be back to the crew.
You know, Betamax was the best format. All right, thank you for checking. And let's move to Paul in Lake Worth, Florida, KG4GOQ. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Scott, and good morning to the brew crew. Yes, unfortunately, I just can't let those radios go. I've got a shelf full of them. I love my radios and toys, and just can't let them go. 73's back to the net. KG4GOQ, Palm Springs, Florida.
All right, Paul, thanks for checking in this morning. We got you down as a yes. Now we're going to go across over to Carrie in Motherwell, Scotland, GM5CAR. Good morning, Carrie. And do you keep your old devices even after you upgrade? Over to you, Carrie.
GM5CAR returning. Good morning, Scott. Good morning to everybody on the BrewNet, and hope everybody's having a great day there. And most of my devices I sell them on. The only one now that I keep tends to be the mobile phone, as that usually gets handed down to my 10-year. I started wanting a mobile, so he gets the old one now. So yeah, apart from mobile phone, most of the stuff gets sold on to make some money, and also to clear the house, because we get very guddled. But radios, never part with radios. GM5CAR, back to Scott and the net. Thank you, everyone. 73.
All right, Carrie, we got you down. I'm going to put you as a yes, because I think mobile devices are great to recycle and hand down. All right, let's go ahead and let's take some more general check-ins now. We're going to take some general check-ins. If you would like to check into the Morning Brew this morning, just need your call sign twice and slowly call now.
This is Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, 88 PM.
W4PPX, in and out, KC7, FBN, mobile.
Hello,
Delta 6,
Kilo
Delta
Oscar 4,
Quebec,
India Hotel Mike.
IQ,
Kilo
in and out.
Oscar 4, India Hotel Mike.
MEL.
KJ5,
MEL.
NH8.
Austin,
Kilo
Texas, in and out.
Juliet 5, November Hotel Mobile.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta India Quebec, KD60IQ, in and out.
All right, let me grab it here and tell you. All right, now I got it. All right, let's see. Let me run through that list. We had quite a few pileups there. We have Bill, W8, WHK. We have Jeremy in Conroe, Texas, who's mobile, KJ5NHH. We have Jose in Austin, KJ5MEL. We have Donald in Roseboro, KQ4IHM. We have Todd in Yucca Valley, California, KD6DIQ, who is in and out. Good morning, Todd, and have a great day. We have Don, who's mobile, and I have him as in and out, W4PPX. We had KB8PLV, who looks like he's mobile, and we have Elmer, KB5NJU. Well, let's go ahead and take these mobile check-ins first here. So that's going to go to Elmer in Allen Park, Michigan, KB5NJU. Good morning, Elmer, and do you keep your old devices? Over to you. This is KB5NJU. Good morning, all. Happy Tuesday. No, generally not. The only thing I keep is computers. If I get an old laptop, I'll put Linux on it. Like my current shack computer is an old laptop with Linux. Runs great, does what I need it to do. Have a great day, all. KB5NJU Mobile. All right, Elmer, yeah, that's fine.
Mike here in New Caney, Texas, monitoring.
Okay, if you can just stand by station in Texas until we call for check-ins, we'll get to you when it's time to get more check-ins. So, let's see, where was I? Let's go to Chris in Novi, Michigan, KB8PLV. Good morning, Chris. And do you keep your old devices after upgrading? Over to you.
Good morning, Ted. Hey, and put me down for yes. I just keep a lot of the stuff that I've already upgraded, either to tinker with it, to learn from it, or pass it on to someone else who doesn't have one. Hope everyone's having a great week. This is KB8POV, back to net.
All right, we've got you down as a yes. All right, one more mobile station here. Jeremy in Conroe, Texas, KJ5NHH. Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Missed you guys. I was on vacation for a little while, but I'm back. The question of the day has to do with old devices after upgrades. So typically, the only thing I really keep is old cell phones because I pass them down to the younger family members in the house. So when my wife and I get new ones, we keep the old ones and hand them down to our sons or family members that need them. In fact, my father-in-law, who's 96, just got one of our old phones. That's an iPhone 7, I think, or something like that. Anyway, back to you, Net Control. Appreciate y'all doing it. Have a great day. KJ5NHH.
All right, Jeremy, glad to have you back and hope you had a great vacation. And you know, I think my oldest phone that I kept is an iPhone 5. All right. Thanks for checking in. And let's see. Let's go back up to the text check-ins. And the next on our list is Joe in Deerfield Beach, N3 SQR. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. Good morning, Scott, Alan, Bill. And yeah, I have a sickness, Scott. I keep every one of them. I'm under the illusion that someday they're going to make batteries for all these HTs again, and I'll be all right. So Scott, I need help. If you know any good counselors, send them my way. N3SQR, back to net control. Good morning, everybody.
All right, Joe. I've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's move to Bob in Jupiter, Florida, into JZJ. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, everybody. When it comes to old devices, oh yeah, I keep everything pretty much. So sometimes I'll give it away, save it for that. But yeah, I have too many of everything. So wishing everybody a great day, and thanks for having me. And to JZJ.
All right, Bob, we have you down as a yes. Have a great day. Charlie in Sun City, Florida, NA2B. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Everybody on the net, Birdie and I, Tim. Another fine day in the great state of Florida. Response to the question, I'd have to say no. I exchange devices. I either upgrade or sell the old device. I try my very best.
I'm going to move down to Joe in Claremont, Florida, KM4WZD. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning to the crew. Yeah, I think I've got some of the same sickness that a lot of other folks do. I just can't get rid of stuff. So you can put me down for yeah, I kind of hang on to stuff probably for a little bit longer than I should. Hey, everybody, take care. 7-3, it's KM4WZD. Back to that.
All right, Joe, we've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in this morning. Wayne in Belmore, New York, KC2NJV. Good morning, Wayne.
It just depends what the device is. Typically computers, as long as they're operational. If they're a Windows box, they become a Linux box. If they're a Mac box, they become another Linux box. Otherwise, I tend to throw it out because there's no resale market. It's not worth the effort. Have a great day.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I keep the old computers too and throw Linux on them. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's move down to Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania, N3DQD. Good morning, Wayne. Or Ray, sorry.
Yeah, good morning, Scott. The rest of the net in there this morning. Well, I keep things as long as they function. I don't upgrade just to upgrade. When I upgrade, it's because something no longer functions. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Right, Ray, we've got you down. And I'm going to put you as a no. Thank you for checking in this morning. And let's move to Armand in Miami, Florida, W4AEB. Good morning, Armand.
Good morning, everyone, on the Morning Brew. This is Armand in Miami, W4AEB. Scott, my answer is no. I don't hang on to anything, upgrade. I just don't have the room to keep stuff. So either donate it or sell it. So it's a W4AEB. Back to the net.
All right, Armand, we've got you down as a no. You have a wonderful day today. Fred in Lake City, Florida, KK4DUK. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning. This is KK4DUK. This is Fred out of Lake City, Florida. Yes, I keep all of my devices, including the boxes. I like to have the boxes in pristine condition. That goes back to the days when my dad was in the military, and when we moved around, it was always better for us to have our boxes. Again, so the answer is yes. KK4DUK, turning it back over to Net Control 73, everyone.
All right, Fred. Yeah, you know, I have a tendency to keep the boxes too, much to my wife's chagrin. All right, thanks for checking in and have a great day. Let's try Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, W3CVE. Good morning, Chuck.
Morning, Scott, and everybody on the brew there. Yeah, put me down for a yes there, Scott. Have a great day. W3CVE.
All right, Chuck, we've got you down as a yes. Have a great day. Dave in Ypsilanti, Michigan, WB8ODF. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Scott, and Bill doing all the typing, and of course Al coming up at the top of the hour. Put me down as a yes. Maybe one generation. I don't have 25 routers sitting around here, but I have the last one I used. So yeah, put me down for yes. WB8ODF.
All right, Dave, we've got you down with a yes. And we're going to go to Greg in Quarryville, Pennsylvania, KB3EYR. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Bill, and everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. This is KB3EYR, and affirmative to the question. Have a great day. Back to Net Control.
All right, Greg, we've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in and have a wonderful day. Mark in Plymouth, Minnesota, N0CKV. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Scott. The rest of the Brew Crew. Everybody else on the net. Put me down for a yes. I'm a pack rat. Everybody have a great Tuesday and a great week. N0CKV, back to net.
All right, Mark, we've down a yes. Next, we move to John, KB0GUF, who's been waiting patiently here in the Zoom room. John, do you keep your old devices? Over to you.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you in the Zoom. KB0GUF. I don't keep my old devices. I buy devices and give them away. I'm giving away a device I don't need anymore. I believe in helping the young hand get equipment, and I find that very rewarding. So that's my answer. Good to see you. And Dr. Smooth, you're a replacement for another smooth talker we had. You're a good net controller. I enjoy your net. KB0GUF, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, John. And you know, that about you, and I appreciate that as much as the new hams do, I'm sure. Thank you for checking in this morning, and let's move to Jim in Easton, Pennsylvania, KD3 ATQ. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Scott, Bill, and the rest of the brew crew. Yeah, I'm guilty. I keep all of the old devices. It's either going to make a great donation to a museum or be a heck of a yard sale. Back to you, Scott, KD3 ATQ.
All right. You know, I have to admit, I did have an old box full of old Nokia phones, so there's that. All right, let's see. Let's move on down to Robert in Deltona, Florida, KJ4 ZFM. Good morning, Robert.
Yes, good morning to the brew crew, and hope everyone's well this morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Central Florida. I'm going to have to say yes, I do to all my devices. I have quite a bit of information on some laptops and stuff from other countries. Happen to be a DJ, and with me being a DJ and the music that I wind up having to have, yeah, I have to keep a lot of stuff that I upgrade on. Thank you very much, Vicky. Thank you very much. Everyone have a blessed day. KJ4ZFM.
Right, Robert. We've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in, and have a wonderful day. Clark in Phoenix, Arizona, KK7DY. Good morning, Clark.
Good morning, Scott, Bill, the rest of the brew crew. No, I do not keep my old devices. I pull the hard drive, PCs, and recycle them. Back to net control, KK7DY.
All right, Clark, we've got you down as a no. Thanks for checking in this morning. John in I can't say it. John here in New York into MLB. Good morning, John. It's early.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for that, everybody. Brew crew. I am a reformed supporter. I've come to realize that Linux on their computers are actually Linux on their computers. You try to give one away, people
All right, John, I've got you down as a yes. I think you were a little low on the audio there, but we heard that you kept computers and put Linux on them. All right, thanks for checking in this morning. And Mike in Sebring, Florida, KB2UDB. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Scott and the brew crew. Answer is yes, all day long. I'm up here in New York where it's 31 degrees and it'll be a high of 54. Thanks for doing the net. We'll talk to you later. KB2EB, back to net.
All right, John, Mike, we've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in. Let's move to Gary in Woodhaven, Michigan, N8ZFH. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Scott and the crew. And please put me down as a yes. I keep way too much stuff, unfortunately. And it's going to be sunny and actually warm here in southeastern Michigan today. Please check out N8ZFH. Back to net.
All right, Gary, we've got you down as a yes. Thanks for checking in this morning. And let's go ahead and do some more radio check-ins here. First of all, let me acknowledge some of these text check-ins that we have. We have Charles in Belmont, near North Carolina, KR4AEG. We have the Godfather, WB2JPQ, Randy. In West Seneca, we have Tim in Windsor, Ontario. Glenn in Glen Burnie. Leo in Fort Lauderdale. We have Rod in Madison, West Virginia. Michael in Jacksonville, Florida. Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico. And Mike in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And it is now time to get some radio check-in. So if you would like to check into this morning, you can't check into tomorrow's, but if you would like to check into the Morning Brew for this morning, give me your call sign twice and slowly. Call now.
W4 PPX in and out. W4 PPX in and out.
Mike here in New King, Texas.
Bravo 4, Romeo Oscar, November. Whiskey Bravo 4, Romeo Oscar, November, Mobile.
Whiskey 8 Tango Juliet, Whiskey 8 Tango Juliet, mobile in and out. Good morning.
Romeo Foxtrot, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot, pedestrian mobile.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Quebec Foxtrot. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Quebec Foxtrot, in and out. VK5 Alpha Mike Hotel, VK5 Alpha Mike Hotel. Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra. Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra. KJ5, WGR, Kilo Juliet 5, Whiskey Golf Romeo.
Bay 1, IVI, Alpha 1, Victor, India.
All right, let me grab a hold of it here. All right, let's see. All right, let me see who I have here. I heard Neil in there, NB9D, have Anna, KD3AJN. We have a question on this station, WA1VI. So if your call sign is similar to that, please come back with your full call sign twice and slowly.
WA1IVI, 1 India, Victor, India.
Right, Alex. WA1IVI. Good morning. We have Walter in Houston, Texas, KJ5WGR. We have Bill in Dunville, Ontario, VA3YBS. We have Ross, VK5AMH. We have Webb, N1WEB. We have Robert, who's in and out, KF8EQF. Good morning, Robert. Have a great day. Vern in Waterdown, Ontario, VA3CRF. We have Steve, who is also in and out, W8STJ. Good morning, Steve. We have Ron in Falls, New York, WB4RON. All right, let's see where we're at here. Let's go through some of these, and let's go back up to the top of the list here, and that's going to be with Donald in Roseboro, North Carolina, KO4IHM. Good morning, Donald. And the question is, do you keep your old devices even after you upgrade? Over to you.
Good morning, Scott. Everyone on the Brew Crew. Yes, we do keep those devices, and my wife tells me every once in a while I need to clean out some stuff and get rid of it, but I told her the other day, I said, just as sure as I throw it away, I'll need it or somebody else will need it. And hope everybody has a great day. KO4IHM.
All right, Don, I got you down. Have a great day. A couple of mobile stations here I almost forgot. Ron in Niagara Falls, WB4RO, and good morning, Ron.
Everybody out there, yep, good morning. I'm actually mobile in Gasport right now, sitting right next to the Erie Canal. And the answer is yes, I do keep my malfunctioned or dysfunctioned equipment afterwards. You never know when you need a part off of it. Back to that. Thank you very much. WB4RO, and we'll be clear.
All right, Ron. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for checking in this morning. And let's go to Vern in Waterdown, Ontario. VA3 CRF. Good morning, Vern.
Good morning, Scott and Vicki and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Yep, it is 33 degrees up here. Yeah, someday it'll be. In terms of the question of the day, yes, when I upgrade, unfortunately, I do keep the stuff I'm upgrading from, and you just never know when you need it. And what the heck, if the thing still works, I'm going to keep it around. Back to you. Hope everyone has a great day. VA3 CRF.
All right, Vern, we've got you down as a yes. You have a great day. This is Scott N7FGP in Jamestown, New York, and let's see, let's get back up to some of these text check-ins. Oh, actually, no, we're having some mobile check-ins, or not. Let me stop talking. Let's go to Jose in Austin, Texas, KJ5MEL. Good morning, Jose. Do you keep any of your old devices after you upgrade? Over to you.
Morning to the crew. Yes, I'm a new ham, relatively, so I do radios and equipment, but I plan to give them away and favor somebody else, some new hams. Thank you, and have a great, blessed day.
All right, Jose. Good plan, good plan. Thanks for checking in this morning, and let's move to Bill in North Fort Myers, Florida. W8 WHK. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. It's 60 degrees here, sunny. Beautiful day coming up. Yes, I seem to keep things, old things, and then I'll say, oh, hey, yeah, I have that one. Let me go find it. I can never find it. It's full of stuff. But, I don't know. I usually keep the boxes for items I did for maybe a week, 2, 3 weeks, maybe a little longer. Kids had to return it. So, all right. This is W8WHK. Back to Scott, 7-3.
All right, Bill, you know that sounds like me. I keep things and then put them away for when I need it. And when I need it, I can never find it. All right, thanks for checking in this morning. And this is, let's see, we're going to move to Charles in Belmont, North Carolina, KR4AEG. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Scott, Bill, everybody on the crew. I'm gonna be a yes on this one. I am an electronics hoarder, but I would be a yes. KR4AEG, back to net control.
All right, Charles, we've got you down as a yes. All right, we're going to move on to the Godfather, Dick, WB2JPQ. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning, Scott, Bill. Yes, put me down in the hoarder column.
And you probably haven't had a chance to look at your phone, but I texted you a pirate ship with all the call signs of the South Florida guys that came up from Luke, KA4 EPS. So when you get a chance, look at your phone. Have a good day, everybody. Sounds like a beat to JPQ.
Yeah, I saw the pirate ship. I haven't looked closely though. All right, Dick. Thanks for checking in this morning. Let's move down to one of our team members, Randy, in West Seneca, New York. W2 RBC. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Scott, Bill, and everyone on the Morning Brew. No, I like to find a user for my updated devices, either to another user or donate it to a good cause. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Voltage low.
Well, somebody's got some low voltage. All right, Randy, thank you for checking in this morning, and you have a great day. Tim in Windsor, Ontario, VE3, TCS. Good morning, Tim. One more time, VE3, TCS, Tim. All right, I don't think those key ups were 10, so we're going to mark them with in and out. And we're going to move to Glenn, 3LLY. Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning, Scott and the group. You put me down in the yes category. I have two old laptops that I swore I was going to repurpose, but haven't gotten around to yet. And then, goodness gracious, thank you to China. I've got a whole table full of handy talkies that are just sitting around that I wanted to try. But anyway, back to you. Everybody have a great day from N3LLY.
All right, Glenn, I've got you down as a yes, and I have a few laptops. One of these days, I'm going to get Linux on them. All right, let's move to Leo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, K4 ITA. Good morning, Leo.
Good morning. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Bill. From the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. And 35 degrees this morning, windy. My answer is no. Put me for no with just one exception, my radios. I never got rid of a radio. I still have my 1980 Yaesu 757. Everybody, great day, K488.
Right, Leo, I've got you down as a no. Thank you for checking in, and you have a wonderful day. Rod in Madison, West Virginia, WD8, KOB. Good morning, Rod.
Let's see, my answer to the question, my wife's not listening, so I'm going to say mostly no. Anyway, have a good day, guys. WD8 KOB, back to that.
All right, Rod, we got you down with a no. Thank you for checking in this morning. Michael in Jacksonville, Florida, W0MGA. Good morning, Michael.
Morning, Scott and the crew from W0MGA. Michael in Jacksonville, Florida. 56 degrees here and sunny. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. A little chilly for this time of year, but we'll take it. If you have rain, send it this way. We can really use it. I would say I'm kind of in between, but mostly I don't keep my old equipment. I either trade it or offer like a tailgate handset thing at a really great price. Some equipment I donate as well, like candy coffee. So thanks for the question, and back to the crew on W0NT.
All right, Michael, I've got you down as a no, and just an FYI, your audio is just a little low there. Thank you for checking in this morning, and our temperature is about half of yours here, so yeah, it's a little chilly. Thanks for checking in, and have a great day. We're going to move on down to Bill in Hobbs, New Mexico, KI5 PMI. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Morning Brew. Put me down for no, I do not keep the old devices. Hope everybody has a great day. KI5 PMI. Back to net.
Alrighty, Bill, I got you down with a no. Thanks for checking in this morning, and have a great day. Let's try Mike in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, N8HLN. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody on the brew this morning. Look at great backyard. And the answer to the question is yes, I do. As a matter of fact, just yesterday I restored my iPhone from an old iPhone I had due to a serious technical glitch. And everything worked out fine. And to that station in Florida, I still got my EAC 757 as well as a E6. So everybody have a great day. Be chilling.
Alrighty, Mike, we got you down as a yes. Thank you for checking in this morning. Webb in Collierville, Tennessee, N1 WEB. Good morning, Webb.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Bill. And good morning. Put me down as a no. I pass most of these things down to family or friends and just kind of keep them in circulation. And one WEB.
All right, Webb, that's a good idea, and I used to do that myself when I had the kids at home. Thanks for checking in, and have a wonderful day. Ross in Australia, VK5AMH. Good evening, or morning. Yeah, morning, evening. Anyhow, over to you, Ross.
Yeah, good morning to the brew crew. No, it's afternoon here. It's about what are we? About 9 Tuesday night. Yeah, 9:30 at night here. No, I don't hold anything. Out with the cold, in with the dew. That's what they say. Anyway, 73s. Have a lovely day. Big 5 AMH. Back to the next drop.
All right, Ross, we've got you down with a no. Have a wonderful evening. Bill in Dunnville, Ontario, VA3 YBS. Good morning, Bill.
Oh, good morning, Scott, and everybody on the net this morning. Yeah, I'm guilty as charged. I rarely throw anything out. Got old computers. Some I've put Linux on. Some are just sitting in my basement, never to be used again. Cell phones, and I keep boxes for things too. Anyway, great question. Thanks for doing the net, Scott. This is VA3 YBS. Back to you.
All right, Bill, we've got you down with a yes. Let me do one more before I throw it over to Al. Walter in Houston, Texas, KJ5WGR. Good morning, Walter. one more time for Walter in Houston, Texas. KJ5. One more time for Walter. KJ5 WGR. Good morning, Walter. Well, we're going to mark Walter as an in and out, and that's going to do it for me, Scott, N7FGP. I'm going to throw it over to Al, K8BAC. Good morning, and everybody have a great day. Have a good day, everyone.
Well, thank you, Scott. Good morning, everybody. Well, I don't have myself set up on my usual setup here. Hang on. All right, that's better. Good morning, everyone. This is Al, K8BAC, along with Bill, N2BH. Wow, what a question of the day. Do you keep your old devices after upgrading? Depending on the dealio, yeah, probably way too much. I do things like with computers, I'll upgrade, rip the hard drive out of my old computers, blank them out, and make storage devices out of them. But yeah, I keep way too many old devices after upgrading. So let's continue where Scott left off. Let's go to WA1 IVI. Alex, good morning.
Morning, everybody. This is Alex from Gloucester, Maine, and we're about here. And I am guilty of keeping all of my devices, much to my wife's chagrin. I also have boxes as well. I have a nap, and she always questions me, why do you have so many boxes? And I say, well, someday I might sell something. And it hasn't happened yet. So anyway, that's my story. Back to you.
All righty, thank you, Alex. Have a great day. How about Anna? KD3AJN. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Al, and everyone else on the net this morning. Well, I'm not a keeper, so my answer is no. Have a great day. KD3AJN.
All righty, we got you down as a no. Let's go down to Neil, NB9D. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, everyone on the brew. This is November Bravo 9 Delta, Neil in Bedford, New Hampshire. And all of our equipment is old, so we have to keep everything. We're lucky to have what we have. So, yeah, we just... thanks for what we have to say. Back to net. Good morning, everybody. November Bravo 9 Delta.
All right, we got you, Neil. Thank you. Have a great day. We got a whole bunch of text check-ins coagulating down here at the bottom of the list. From the bottom up, we got KJ5LJJ Greg from Purvis, Mississippi, W2EM Chuck in Lancaster, New York, NY1US Norm from South Wales, New York, W4RHC Ariel in Alachua, Florida. We got KB2BON Doug in Interlochen, New York. We got N4RSM Richard, Sumter, South Carolina. XRG Rod in Baytown, Texas. W2PUT, one of our team members, Dan, over in Milan, Michigan. And we got KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. I'm just going to run down this list. Question of the day, guys. Do you keep your old devices after upgrading? Let's go to KE8SMN. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Al. Everyone on the brew. This is KE8SMN. Put me down as yes. I prefer to be called a collector instead of a hoarder. KE8SMN, back to net.
Yes, sir. Makes it sound so much classier. All right, Jeff, have a good day. W2PUT. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning, Al. Yes, I keep way too many things. It's in my nature. It has been very helpful having last generation of cell phone as a backup, able to fall back when the primary fails. Swap the SIM. Or having extra stuff around for building projects. Back to you. W2PUT.
All right, righty, thank you, Dan. Yeah, I'm not saying I hoard cell phone technology, but I even have my pager from back in the early 90s. Let's go down for, let's see, N0XRG Ron in Baytown, Texas. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning. Howdy to everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. So as I've been listening, I started out in denial, and yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, maybe a closet, radio stuff hoarder, but yeah, probably way too much. I think that's probably the consensus. Thank you for running the net, good sir. N0XRG, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ron. Yeah, we're outing ourselves this morning, aren't we? Let's go to N4RSM Richard in Sumter, South Carolina. Good morning, Richard. N4RSM, are you with us, Richard?
Good morning, everyone on the Brew Crew. I do tend to keep the old stuff. I don't know why, but I do. Back to you.
Alrighty, thank you, sir. Have a great day. How about KB2BON Doug in Interlochen, New York? Good morning, Doug. KB2BON Doug, are you with us? Hey, must not be making the repeater. How about W4RHC Ariel in Alachua?
Good morning, guys. This is Whiskey 4 Romeo 3rd Charlie in the mobile I-75 heading to Lake City this morning. Surprising 49 degrees here in Florida. So we got a little bit of a cold snap, but it's going to be 85 for the high today. And for those are hymns, like all of us are, keep at least a backup phone. You can always use it for Echolink or DV Switch or any of the ham apps that we have. And you will always have an extra radio. And all you have to do is swap the SIM card if your regular phone goes bad. But that's the only device that I keep. The rest of the stuff I put it in the dumpster. I don't want to leave all that stuff behind if I pass on. Back to you. This is Whiskey 4 Romeo 3rd Charlie, R75, Lake City, Florida. 73 guys.
All righty, thank you, Ariel. Have a great day. How about NY1US Norm in South Wales, New York? Good morning, Norm.
Good morning, Al and Bill and Scott from the first hour. Good job, Scott. And everybody have a great day. I do save devices when I put them out of the service. I guess you never know when you can use it. Especially if it's a different operating system, then at least I have something on Wi-Fi that I can use on that operating system. So, everybody have a good day, and
all righty, thank you, Norm. Have a great day. Let's jump down to W2EM Chuck in Lancaster, New York. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning. The rest of the Brew Crew. Put me down for a yes. I usually hang on to stuff at least for a while, and besides, it's the only way I can increase them. So you put me down for a yes. Have a great day. W2EM, Chuck in Lake Placid, Florida.
Oh, that's right. You are still down there, being a snowbird. All right, thanks, Chuck. You guys have a good day. How about KJ5LJJ Greg in Purvis, Mississippi? Hello, Greg.
Hey, good morning, Brew Crew. Yeah, so yes, I do usually keep my upgrades for a backup. I usually hold on for a while. This is Greg, KJ5LJJ, back to you, Nick Control.
All right, thank you, Greg. Have a great day. Yeah, we'll jump to Roger before we take check-ins. How about QMM? Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Al. I appreciate that. My hash browns are on, and you can put me down for a yes. I wanted to say no, but then in my next telephone, iPhone, iPad, and MacBook Pro. So yes, everybody have a great day. KO4QMM clear.
All right, thank you, Roger. Have a great day. All right, let's take general check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, come with your call signs twice and slowly.
K8BWK, K8BWK, still mobile.
4 November Hotel Victor K4 NHV, Nick in Sebring, Florida.
With Kilo Charlie 0, Charlie, JC0, JC Mobile. Whiskey 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie.
Kilo Juliet 5 November Zulu Alpha. Kilo Juliet 5 November Zulu Alpha. In and out.
Kilo Delta 2, Tango Foxtrot Bravo. Kilo Delta 2, Tango Foxtrot Bravo.
Kilo Romeo 4 Hotel Echo Zulu mobile.
Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet. In and out. Whiskey 8, Bravo, Papa, Delta, WBPD. KF8, DIC. KF8, Detroit Rock City.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. November 3, Mike Delta Charlie.
Whiskey 1 Sierra Sierra. Whiskey 1 Sierra Sierra.
Alrighty, let's hold it up right there. That's a pretty good little list and fairly organized too. Guys, y'all got it together today. From the bottom up, we have Whiskey 1, Sierra Sierra, Michael, Deerfield Beach, Florida. Looks like you're new to the system. And 3, MDC, Michael in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Yep, I'm awake this morning, Michael. KF8, DRC, our Detroit Rock City guy, Jack in Rochester, Michigan. We got W8, BPD, Brian in Warren, Michigan. BA3, KTJ, Jinsuk was in and out this morning. Jinsuk, thanks for checking in. Have a great day. Got KR4, HEZ, Donald in Punta Gorda, Florida. He's mobile, also new to the system. Got KD2, TFB, Joe in Cheektowaga, New York. We got one of our team members here, W2KJB, Tony in Homestead, Florida. KJ5, NZA, Doug in Hutto, Texas. He is in and out. Thank you, Doug. Have a great day. We got Bob across the field from me, WD8PIC in Sylvania, Ohio. Got KC0JC, Jeff in Harrisonville, Missouri. He's mobile. We got K4NHB, Nick in Sebring, Florida. We got Ben, one of our team members, K8BWK, Oregon, Ohio, and AB4KT, Kenneth in the Villages, Florida, checking in via text. Whew. Question of the day, guys. Do you keep old devices after upgrading? Let's get all these mobile stations. K8BWK, good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Al, and everyone on the Morning Brew. Oh, yes, sir, I sure do. I keep them for probably several years and then decide to go through and pitch most of them. Everyone have a great Tuesday. K8BWK.
All right, thank you, Ben. Have a great day, sir. Be careful out there. How about KC0JC, Jeff in Harrisonville, Missouri. Good morning, Jeff.
Well, good morning, everybody in the Brew Crew. Yeah, I sure do keep my old units and everything, phones, tablets, everything else. You never know when somebody's going to break one, so then I got a spare one. Thanks for having me on the net, everybody. 73s, KC0JC out here in Sioux City, Iowa.
All righty, thanks for checking in this morning. Have a great day. Let's jump down to KR4HTZ, Don in Punta Gorda, Florida. Good morning. KR4HEZ, Don, are you still with us? Yeah, we'll mark them in and out. Thanks for checking in anyways. See, we do have a couple of new people to the system this morning. If you are new to the East Coast Reflector system and check in for the first time for any of our nets, you will automatically receive a East Coast Reflector welcome letter. If you have a valid email and QRZ, we invite you to check out eastcoastreflector.com. A lot of great information on there. The East Coast Reflector magazine got a new version out, and it's a great work. Probably one of the best publications on ham radio. Brought to you with a lot of work by our own Vicky and Dick. All right, let's jump up to the very top of the list there and go to AB4KT. Kenneth in the Villages, Florida. Kenneth, question of the day, do you keep old devices after upgrading? Good morning.
This is AB4KT. Good morning to everybody. Well, my computers, I run Linux, so I don't really need to upgrade very much, but my old phones, yes, I'm currently using my last phone as the display for my drone controller. So, yes, everybody have a great day, 7-3.
That sounds like a good idea. Thanks, Kenneth. Have a great day. How about K4NHP, Nick in Sabring, Florida? Good morning.
Well, good morning to the Brew Crew. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. Well, I either trade the old devices in on new ones, or I fix up the old ones and put them on Facebook Marketplace and sell them. Back to net control. Everybody have a great day. K4NHV.
All righty, thank you, Nick. Have a great day. Let's go across the field here to WD8PIC, Bob in Sylvania. Good morning, Mr. Bob.
Okay, I want to make sure I had audio. I don't do too much devices, so because I don't change devices that often. But devices that I have, probably yes. Back to net control on a beautiful day. WD8PIC, Sylvania, Ohio.
All right, thank you, Bob. Have a great day, sir. Yep, it's going to be a nice one today. Let's jump down to one of our team members, W2KJB, Tony in Homosassa. Hello, Tony.
Good morning, Brew Crew and everyone. Tony here. I hang on to my stuff. I repurpose the computers, put Linux on them, and keep my old radios. Some of them I try to give away to people, but mostly I hoard them. Back to you. I hope everyone has a great day. W2KJB.
All righty, thank you, Tony. Yeah, that should be a follow-up question for this. When did you first realize you may have an HT addiction? If you go on Zoom right now, you can look over my shoulder. There's way too many off there. All right, let's go to KD2, TFB Joe in Cheektowaga. Joe, do you keep your old devices after upgrading?
Oh, most definitively yes, because you can always use carry around. It becomes a music player or a podcast player. Or there's always something to do with the old ones. It's very rare that you need to toss them in the trash. I have precisely one tablet just outright failed, and that's the only thing I had to throw away. Kilo Delta 2, Tango Foxtrot Bravo, back to that control.
All righty, thanks, sir. Have a great day. How about W8BPD Brian over there in Warren, Michigan? Ooh.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, the rest of the Brew Crew. Absolutely. I have recycled my laptops, my desktops, and I have a couple of phones going all the way back to my Motorola Razr flip phone, just in case. Everybody have a great day. Back to net control.
All righty, thanks, Brian. Have a wonderful day. Let's go to KF8. DRC, our Detroit Rock City guy, Jack in Rochester. Good morning, Jack.
Well, good morning, Al. Good morning, everyone there. No, I keep them, I give them to the family. To my daughter or somebody else, that way they can use them. That's all I have for you, Al. Have a good day. It's a little chilly this morning, too. KF8, Detroit Rock City.
All righty, thank you, Mr. Jack. Yeah, stick around. It'll warm up a little bit. I think we're heading into some nice weather, so enjoy it. Let's go to N3 MDC Michael in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, Al. Yeah, Al, I know you're awake when you can stay with the 7. I know you had your coffee. But yes, I do. I still have my GT5R that my dad got me years ago for Christmas. I do take it with me as an extra radio when I go on a trip down the road, just in case I need an extra radio. But I still have my iPad Mini I'm using. I've had that thing for years, but I know my sister down in Florida is going to get me a new one eventually, so I can recycle that. I don't know if I'll keep that old iPad Mini or not. That thing's older than dirt, so like I said, my sister in Florida is going to give me a new one eventually. Back to you, Al, in 3 NBC.
All right, thank you, Michael. Have yourself a good day. Yeah, I should pick out a couple of these HTs and sell them off or give them away or something, but yeah, that'll come to it. How about W1SS, Michael in Deerfield Beach, Florida? Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I basically have a rule that I have to sell anything before I buy something else. Because I was accumulating so much stuff over the years, we had to make a rule in the household. So with that, I still have a lot of peripherals that I'm still keeping because they're obsolete, like connectors to the computer and whatnot. But essentially, I'm going to either try to I'll probably throw them away or just give them away. But I have like 5 plastic bins full of stuff that I have to go through. We're starting to do that for spring cleaning. But, you know, I'm trying to save money. I spent a lot of money on stuff that is really obsolete. So that's what I'm trying to do. Over to you, W1SS. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Michael. Hey, don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Holidays. Dick doesn't pay us enough to work holidays. Okay, boy, we got a whole bunch of text check-ins. We got K4KU Jason in Atlanta, Georgia. WA8CLG Doug in Homosassa, Florida. We got K4GDS, one of our team members, Gil in Orlando. We got WA2 WWK Ron in Amherst, New York. WB1DX Daryl in Concord, New Hampshire. W5MHG Mark and Gracie in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We got KC2JPQ Frank in Lancaster, New York. We got KC2JZE Bob in Hamburg. This is Al, KABAC, along with Bill, N2BH. Log them for me and keep me on the straight and narrow. Let's take some more check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, company call signs.
Juliet 5, Alpha, X-Ray Charlie. Juliet 5, Alpha, X-Ray Charlie, mobile.
AA2AR, Alpha 2AR, checking in.
Kilo 5, Yankee November uniform, K5, YNU mobile. Golf Delta. Whiskey, Quebec 9, Victor mobile.
Whiskey Lima Hotel, Whiskey Bob, Whiskey Lima Hotel.
November 5 Golf India, N5 GI.
YYN mobile. VE3 Delta Echo Romeo, NNO.
Let's hold it up right there, because I know there was a whole bunch of doubles on there, so we're going to try to work it all out. I'll tell you who we got. First of all, we got 5AXC Lewis in Houston, Texas. He's mobile. We got AA2AR William, Hamburg, New York. K5YNU Florida in Conroe, Texas. He's mobile as well. We got KC3FGD Ray, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. W5WLH Lee in Wimberley, Texas. We got KQ4YYN Joe in Franklin, Georgia is mobile as well. N5GI Rick in the Villages, Florida, and BE3DER Don in, I'm not even going to try to say what that city is. He's in Ontario. I know we missed a couple because there was a lot of doubles and triples maybe. So if we could space them out and I didn't call you and you were trying to get in, those people only come with their call signs twice and slowly we'll get you in.
Whiskey, Quebec 9, Victor mobile. WQ9 Delta mobile. Whiskey, Quebec 9, Victor mobile.
November 8, Mike Juliet November, N8 MJN, mobile.
Okay, that was another little bit of a train wreck, but we pulled WQ9V Ken in Brownsville, Texas, mobile. And we got Marson in Sterling Heights. I thought I heard your voice in there. N8MJN. There was another one in there. That call sign only. Come back with your call sign.
Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Lima.
All right, we got Kilo Delta 5 Oscar Lima, and I swear I heard one more in there. If we didn't get you, come back with your call sign.
W8 RJD Whiskey 8 Romeo Juliet Delta mobile.
All right, Ryan in Rochester Hills. That's another one I heard in there. All right, who else did we miss? Anybody else? Come with your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo November. Kilowatt Echo 2, India Golf Oscar, KE2IGO. K2AB, K2AB.
All right, we got a good little list there. We're at K2AP, Joe in East Islip onto there. KE2IGO, Scott in Rochester, New York. And then there was one more that had a KN. If you had a KN and you were coming in digital, I'm going to give you a few seconds so you can get back in there and give me your full call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo November 4, Kilo Papa Delta, Neil, The Villages, Florida, KN4 KPD.
All righty, KN4 KPD. We got you. All right, we see Jim in Murfreesboro signing in NW4Q. So let's get our mobile stations. Let's jump up to KJ5AXC Lewis in Houston, Texas. Question of the day. Do you keep old devices after upgrading? Good morning, Lewis.
Morning, Brew. I keep them where they're at. So I still got my iPhone 4. Not gonna work out. Other than that,
All right, well, we got your answer, but you were a little broken up there, getting toward the end of your string. Have a great day, Lewis. How about K5YNU, Florida and Conroe? Good morning.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew crew. Yes, I do. Talking about the first iPhone, I still have it, 2007, and my wife's first Motorola StarTech when we didn't even know each other. But yeah, I keep them. Back to the neck control, everyone. Have a blessed day. K5YNU Mobile.
All right, thanks, sir. Have a great day, Florence. Let's jump down to Joe in Franklin, Georgia, KQ4YYN. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Mr. Al. I hope you can hear me good today, sir. The answer is yes. I do keep old devices. People say I can't get straight to the point. I'm getting straight to the point. Good morning, you, Miss Vicky, and everybody on the net. Back to you, sir.
All right, thank you, Joe. Yep, we heard you loud and clear. How about WQ9V Ken? He's mobile as well in Brownsville. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning to you and the Brew crew. Appreciate you running the net, and I do keep my old devices. As a matter of fact, they're like my old telephones that are no longer working. They're in a box, in a drawer, laying there. I don't know how many I have now, but I got a bunch. Thanks for picking me up. WQ9V, back to that.
All right, thank you, Ken. Have a great day. Let's go to Marson in Sterling Heights, N8MJN. Good morning.
Good morning, Al, Bill, and everybody else on the Morning Brew. Yes, I definitely do keep some of the things. Usually when I throw away old laptops, I'll pull the hard drives out of them and just buy one of those USB cases on Amazon for a couple of bucks, and I get external storage devices all over the place, and I don't have to copy out all the data or worry about somebody else plugging into it and finding personal information on a hard drive. So I guess that's my, call it security / keep things way. That said, I'll send it back to next control. Everybody have a great day. 70.
All right. Thanks, Marson. Have a great day. Yep, I do that too. Rip the hard drives out and make storage out of them. Let's go to W8RJD Ryan in Rochester Hills. Good morning. W8RJD Ryan in Rochester Hills. You still with us? He must have got to where he's going. All right, that was our mobiles. Let's jump way up to the top of the list here, if I can get my cursor where it's supposed to be. And go to Bob in Hamburg, KC2JZE. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning to all of that. It's a mixed bag here. Phones get traded in when you get a new one. Computers, cycles, probably the only thing I have from the beginning is amateur radios. Back to that. Have a great day, everyone. KC2JZ.
Bob, how about Frank in Lancaster, KC2JPQ? Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Al, and everybody on the net. No, I don't keep them. They give you such a good trade-in when you get rid of your phone. That's why I keep it. But anyhow, not much going on. So just have a fun day, and I'll send it back to the net, KC2JPQ.
All righty, thank you, Frank. Have a great day, sir. Go to W5MHG Mark over in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Do you keep old devices after upgrading, Mark?
Oh, good morning, W5MHG. Gracie says, bow wow, yippee-yi-yay with 48 degrees in the backyard. Yeah, we still have a Windows 95, so yeah, we keep our devices afterwards. And Gracie keeps hers or she'll chew them up. Hey, thanks for the crew. We do appreciate you all. And we appreciate that text line. We'll keep that up and keep the warranty. W5MHG from the land of enchantment. 7-3.
All righty, thank you, Mark. Have a great day. How about WB1DXN Darrell in Concord, New Hampshire? Good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Al and the rest of the morning crew, WB1DXN. The answer is yes. So I got quite a museum, so when I go SK, the kids will have a lot of joyful time throwing out all of my stuff. Where we have about 32 degrees here, 0 Celsius today, and we're going to get up to a high of about 48 or about 8 degrees Celsius. Everybody have a safe day. Always be aware of your surroundings.
All righty, thank you, Darrell. Have a great day. Yeah, if you put a bunch of shelves out in your garage, you can just mark it as a museum, and then they won't touch it. All righty, let's go to WA2WWK, Ron in Amherst, New York. Hello, Ron.
Well, good morning, Saul. WA2WK. When it comes to cell phones, they have such great trade-in policies, it's hardly worth even considering keeping anything. So in that respect, no. As far as amateur radio is concerned, I've only gotten one new portable about a year ago, and that is probably going to last me a lifetime, hopefully. But the Bofang, whatever, that wound up in the car. I'm tooling along. If I didn't remember to bring a radio, I've got that. So I guess I'm half and half at the base of WK.
Ron, who are you trying to kid? You definitely have a problem. No, just kidding. Yeah, you are kind of half and half, but we're going to mark you as yes. All right. Hey, thank you, Ron. How about K4GDS Gil in Orlando?
Good morning, everyone. I have to go with no. Being an RV full-timer, I just don't have the space to keep stuff anymore. So, in the day, yeah, I kept everything, but today, nope. Goes out when a new one comes in. K4GDS, back to that.
All righty, we got you. Yeah, my wife laid down that same law about guitars. One comes in, one has to go out. Kind of bums me out. How about WA8CLG Doug in Homosassa?
This is WA8CLG. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to my friend Tony. And guilty as charged. I was just looking at the little shelf right here in the kitchen, and I still have my original Amazon Kindle. Of course, the battery's gone in it, but it's still here. And a drawer full of cables. You never know when you're going to need a cable. But when I go to need one, the one I need's never there. Everybody have a good one. Back to you, Al.
All righty, we got you. I still have my Amazon Kindle. It works quite well. Actually, I still use it once in a while. All right, let's go to K4KU, Jason in Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, Jason.
Hey, good morning, everybody on the brew today. And yes, I do tend to hang on to things for a while, at least until they're no longer useful, and I'll recycle them. But man, I feel the person that said about the cable drawer. Mine is the same way. Tons of cables and never the one I need. This is K4KU, back to net today.
All righty, we got you. Yeah, I've got a Harbor Freight bag, and I got all the cables separated, what they are, and wrapped with those little strips. So when I need one, I know right where they are. And I have way too many. All right, AA2AR, William in Hamburg, do you keep your old devices after upgrading?
AA2AR, yeah, I keep my stuff. He's telling me how many radios can you talk on at the same time? And I say, a lot. Good morning, a special morning to Ron and Amherst, too, and good morning to everybody on the crew, and I'll send it back to Ned, and I'll be clear on turn it over.
All righty, thank you, William. Have a great day. Let's go to Ray in Elizabethtown, KC3FGD. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, good morning, Al. Everyone on the brew. Greetings from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, home of the Amish. Negative to your question. I don't hold on to anything. Everyone have a great day. Back to control.
All right, thank you, Ray. Have a good day, sir. About W5WLH Lee in Wimberley, Texas. Good morning, Lee. W5WLH, are you with us? I hear nothing. Let's jump down to N5GI. Rick in the Villages. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Al, and everyone else on the brew crew this morning. It's a lovely day down here. Nice, cool 62 degrees and clear skies. And I'm going to say it's kind of 50-50 on the used gear. I usually let it pile up, take it to a Hamfest or something, sell what I can, bring the rest back, and it sits around for a while. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, Al, but there you have it. N5GI, back to net.
Yeah, you guys are making me put a new category in, half. All righty, thank you, Rick. Have a great one. Okay, I'm going to try to say this. VE3DER. Penetanguishing, Ontario. Did I say that right, Don?
Yes, greetings. Greetings to everybody. No, I don't keep old equipment at all. And have a good day, Al. Thank you very much for letting me in. I'm in Penetanguishing, Ontario, VE3DER.
By golly, I did say it right. Penetanguishing. All righty. Thank you, Don. Have a great day. We got you down for a no. Let's go to KD5OL. Neil in Mansfield, Texas. Hello, Neil.
Say I'm in and out today. I don't have anything to say. You guys have a good day. We're mobile over here in Corsicana, Texas, almost to work. So we'll catch y'all later, KD5OL.
All righty, Neil. Thanks for checking in. Have yourself a great day. We got another Neil. KN4 or KPD in the Villages. Hello, Neil.
Hi, good morning to the net, KN4 KPD. I do keep some things for a little while, just to make sure, and then eventually either donate it, sell it, or dispose of it. Good morning to the net, 73 to everybody, KN4 KPD, back to the net.
All righty, thank you, Neil. Have a great day. How about KE2IGO Scott in Rochester? Good morning. KE2 IGO. Scott, are you with us? All right, we'll mark them in and out. And we'll jump down to K2AP, Joe, and East Islip. Hello, Joe.
Good morning, Al, and good morning to everybody in the Brew Crew. I hold on to everything. All guitars, radios, phones, you name it, I keep it. Have a great day, everyone. 42 degrees here in East Islip. K2AP, back to net.
All right, thank you, Joe. Have a great day. We got NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Al. I'm a yes. Probably keep too much stuff. Have a good day.
You too, Jim. Enjoy your day, sir. Looks like we got N1CBM Carlos checking in along with KM4CTB Donnie, both in Florida. Let's take some more check-ins. We got about 15 minutes left. Anybody, anywhere, come with your call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee. Kilo 4, Delta India Yankee.
Whiskey Bravo 4, India Tango, WB5IGT Mobile.
November Whiskey 3, United NW for you.
Oscar, Mobile, in and out.
Norway
Kilo,
November 3, Lima Tango Hotel. November 3, Lima Tango Hotel. Jim in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Bravo.
Sure, Alpha 3 Echo Romeo Yankee, VA3ERY in and out 73.
Whiskey 4, Mike Bravo Victor. Whiskey 4, Mike Bravo Victor, in and out.
5 Sierra, KS5S.
N3MPE for a recheck comment.
KD2 IWN, KD2 IWN.
All right, let's hold it up right there. Let's go from the bottom up. First of all, let's get our in and outs. We had W4MBV, Brian in Alachua, Florida, and VA3ERY, Eduardo in LaSalle, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, guys. Thanks for checking in. From the bottom up, we had KD2IWN, Tim in Hamburg. We had N3MPE, Sam in Pflugerville. He's going to read there. We had what sounded like, was that KF5S, Kilo Frank 5, Sam and Joe and Sadler? Is that who that was? You got a call sign close to KF5S. Come back with your call sign twice and slowly, just so we make sure we got you. Sounded like he was in and out anyway, so. How about N3LTH, James in Greensburg? We got you. We got KJ5DXB, Frank in Sugar Land, Texas. NW3U, David in Garner, North Carolina. WB5ITT, Chris is on the road there in Beaumont, Texas. KK4DIY, Gene in Homosassa. I think that KD2 has got one too many Q's on it there, Bill. There we go. KD2QQV, Don in Elmsville, New York. Now, I know there was a couple people in there that doubled and maybe tripled, so if you tried to, I did not call your call sign, just those people only. Come back with your call sign twice and slowly and space it out a little bit.
Whiskey 4 Tango Foxtrot Oscar. Whiskey 4 Tango Foxtrot Oscar, mobile in and out.
righty, we got
November 4, Kilo, Hotel Zulu.
Okay, we got John, November 4, KHZ, and we got N2XRV, Ivan in Brooklyn, New York. Then we got W4 TFO, Jason in Land O'Lakes, Florida. Heard somebody else in the background there, got doubled again. So if I didn't call you just then, come back with your call sign twice and slowly. Oh, one more time. Somebody was hitting a repeater over in eastern Pennsylvania, so we didn't quite get that. Take a few seconds before you start talking so we can get you. One more time.
Whiskey 5, TDO, Whiskey 5, Turbo Diesel Operator, in and out.
All right. We got W5 TDO, Mark, in Warren, Texas, in and out. There was an Echo Link station only that was trying to get in. Come back one more time.
Hello, Charlie 4, Echo Golf, KC4EG.
Elmer in Atlanta, Georgia. We got you that time, sir. All righty. Let's jump up to the top of this list. Reminder question of the day. Do you keep old devices after upgrading? We better grab Chris on the road in Beaumont, Texas, WP5ITT. Hello, Chris.
Good morning, sir, and to the rest of the Morning Brew. And kind of a coincidence you're asking that question today. I just finished a job at the Target store where the previous tech evidently took the wireless access point and never returned it, and they didn't ship a new one. So, hey, there was a quick morning for several bucks. Me, yeah, I keep certain things from previous equipment, strip the rest down, but old PCs, I'll pull the hard drives out and copy them over to a server or something, and, got too much stuff in the house anyway. Anyhow, I'm back at the house in the driveway. Y'all have a good morning.
All righty, thank you, Chris. Have a wonderful day, sir. Let's jump up to Carlos in Hollywood, Florida, N1CBM. Hello, Carlos.
Morning, Al, Bill, everybody. It's 59, cloudy and rainy here in Irving, Texas. I'm mobile today. For me, it all depends. Phones, I toss them away. Other equipment, I might keep them just if I find some, potential use in the future. But I don't know. You pick. I would guess it's 70% I discard and 30% I keep. So there you go. N1CBM, back to you.
All right, thank you, Carlos. Have a great day, sir. How about Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, KM4CTB?
Hey, good morning, Al. Giving Bill a good workout this morning. KM4CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. A little bit chillier, but sunny and bright. Going to be a beautiful day. Well, I tend to hang on to some of that stuff. I eventually part with some of the older portables, but I think I've still got every mobile radio I've bought, and I managed to accumulate a few of those. My wife might think it's a few more than I really need, but you never know when you might need another radio, right? Radios, laptops, cell phones, yeah, I've got an accumulation of them, Al. So thanks for running the net. Have a great day. KM4CTV, back to net.
All right, thank you, Donnie. Have a great day. Let's go to KD2QQV, down in Ellenville, New York. Good morning.
I'm sorry, good morning. QV gave me here at my school, and just check in and say hello.
bit, but we got you. Have a great day. How about KK4 DIY, Gene in Homicide?
Good morning, KK4 DIY. And the answer is yes, I keep things for a while and eventually I get rid of them. Sometimes a while could be 10 years, you never know. KK4 DIY, thanks a lot.
All righty, thank you, Gene. Have a great day, sir. How about NW3U, David in Garner, North Carolina? Hello, David. NW3U, David, are you with us?
I think I got the repeater now. Sorry about that. For you, let's just go with yes to that. Have a good day. Me into this morning, NW3U.
All righty, David. Have a great day, sir. Appreciate you checking in. Let's go to KJ5DXB. Frank, oh, you're playing. Hello, Frank.
Good morning, Al, Bill, everybody in the crew. I'm going to be in the no column today. Thanks for the check-in. Have a great day. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Al.
All righty, Mr. Frank, we got you in the no column. About N3LTH, James in Greensboro, Pennsylvania. Hello, James.
Good morning to you and good morning to the net. I will be a yes. Matter of fact, I'm using this old phone as with DV switch on it and connected in through my All-Star Link node. So I do repurpose them. I also have the phone before this that I use to Bluetooth into my Bose speaker. I use that to play my music. So I always find a purpose for them. And I have some old computers laying around somewhere. Thanks for letting me in. Everybody have a great day, 73s.
All right, thank you, James. Have yourself a great day. N3 MPE, Sam in Pflugerville, Texas. Good morning.
You know, I get up early in the morning every day to do the East Coast Electric because I get great enjoyment out of it. And I'm listening to what everybody's got to say, and I got to say, somebody talked about lots of wires and cables. Well, I tell you, brother, I've got the wires, I got cables, I got connectors of every sort, extensions, adapters, and all sorts of things, and I am always in trouble. And I'm always in trouble because there's some wire somewhere that my wife doesn't want to see. Get yourself together, Sam, and put it away. But you know, it's frustrating, but I know all you out there that have done this hobby for so many years understand the issue of wires, and that's my attitude this morning from N3MPE, Pflugerville, Texas. Good day.
All righty, thank you, Sam. Have a great day. How about KD2IWN, Tim in Hamburg? Morning, Tim.
Morning, Al, and Vicki, and everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Western New York. Yes, I hold on to stuff. I like my old tube radios and all kinds of good stuff. I do get rid of some, but for the most part, I hold on to stuff. And we'll probably be getting rid of some maybe this fall at a ham fest. We'll see. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for what you do. 73. This is KD2IWX.
All righty, thank you, Tim. Have a good day. 5 UXT, Angelo in New Orleans. Good morning.
Good morning, Al, Vicky, and everybody on the morning crew. This is Angelo and 5UXT in the Big Easy. I have to say, I rarely ever get rid of anything. I got drawers full of stuff I really need to recycle. Might have to bring it to Walmart.
cycle machines over there. So, with that said, I hope everybody has a great morning. This is N5UXT back to net control.
All righty, we got you for a yes. Have a great day. How about W4TFO Jason in Land O'Lakes, Florida? Good morning, Jason. W4TFO, are you still with us? All right, here nothing. Let's go to N2XRB, Ivan in Brooklyn, New York. Hello, Ivan.
Again, everybody, my first time checking in to the Brew Crew. Yeah, I repurpose all my older, pretty much. I would say I keep about 90% and get rid of 10%. We thank you for what you do. I listen here quite often, but this is my first time checking in. 73 to Happy Tuesday.
All righty, thanks for checking in. Don't be a stranger, Ivan. Have a great day. Finally wrapping it up and put a bow on it, we got KC4EG Elmer in Atlanta, Georgia. Question of the day, do you keep old devices after upgrading? Good morning, Elmer.
Morning, Al. Good morning to all. The answer is yes. I still have the ICOM 2GAT, the ICOM 2340, the ISO FT80. It's old radios. And by the way, the station trying to check in a while ago is Kilo Sierra 5 Sierra, KS5S. Okay, 73, have a good one. KC4EG, back to the net.
All righty, thank you, sir. Have yourself a great day. And with that, we put a bow on this one. This is Al, KABAC, along with Scott and 7. And Bill, N2BH, would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We now return the East Coast Reflector to its normal amateur radio use. 73, everybody.